probably seen plenty of aftermarket Bronco taillight options, but you probably haven't seen these. Sunpie sent over these bold, unique, and super affordable lights for us to try out. They come in both clear and smoked, but I went with the smoked version. It just suits my Bronco better. Swapping out taillights on the Bronco can take a little extra effort compared to most vehicles, but once you've done it, it's a breeze. I can't wait to see these installed, so let's get to work. We're gonna be starting on the passenger side first. So step one is going to be removing the fenders, which is super easy. There's just a few little clips you have to turn, and then it pulls right off. The next thing we're gonna be doing, we have to go inside the tailgate, and we're gonna remove a plastic piece that covers up some of the bolts that we need for our taillight. So we're gonna be removing these to start. Now, these are a mix of a screw and a push pin. There's supposed to be 4 of these, but for some reason, I'm missing 2 of them on this side. I don't know if they fell out or what happened, but there should be 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that the screw's actually coming out now. Once you get the screw a good portion of the way out, you can go ahead, use the pry tool to pop it out. After you've removed these screws, what you're gonna do is be removing these bolts right here. Now there are 2 of them and they're 10 millimeters. Now this just kind of takes a little bit of wiggling. As you can see down here, comes out pretty easily. Then I'm just going to kind of worm it out from here. There we go, it's out, and I'm just gonna go ahead, bring it down underneath this cable. So the next thing that we're gonna be doing is removing this body panel right here. This is actually the reason that we had to remove the fender. So these are the clips right here that are going to require you to use quite a bit of force to pull them out. They're right here on this body panel, but as long as you keep your hand on it and keep pulling, it will come out. This is the easier side to get off because they just wedge in right here, and then they pop right out. The next step is to go ahead and remove this 1 10 millimeter bolt that is kind of hidden right down here. We are now gonna be pulling off this piece right here. So the next thing I'm gonna do is be removing 2 bolts that are right in here. These are gonna be 8 millimeter bolts. The last bolt we need to remove is this 10 millimeter bolt on the outside right here. So the next step is to go ahead and actually unplug the light right here. Now, usually what you would do is you would use your thumb and push on this and it should come right out. However, these clips are super easy to break, and as you can see, the last time we replaced taillights, we accidentally broke them. So I'm gonna be using this tool just to get up underneath to lift the actual piece up. There we go. So now that everything is disconnected, this taillight is ready to just be pulled out. Now, the only place where the clips are really is right along the side here. So you just have to pull straight out. So there are 4 bolts you're gonna be removing here that are 7 millimeters. So when I went to go place the bracket on top right here, what I am noticing is that the wires that go to the resistor right here would be underneath the bracket. I'm personally not a fan of that, especially after seeing that some of my wires got chewed up from the resistor last time. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and unscrew this piece right here, lift it up, put it on top of the bracket, and then screw it back into place. So now I'm just gonna be replacing those bolts that I took out, the 7 millimeter bolts, to go ahead and put this harness back on. Now there are a few factory clips where the factory taillights had their wires kind of pushed out of the way. So I'm actually gonna be utilizing those for these wires just to kind of keep them tucked out of the way. And then this last wire right here actually goes through this clip right here. And then you can see this right here. This plug actually hooks onto this piece right here. So you want to align it and then push it on. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and just align this with all of the pins, and I'm just gonna push it into place. So now we're gonna go ahead and plug the tail light in. So I am going to be working in reverse order by putting back in the 10 millimeter bolt on the side right here. I am now gonna be replacing the 8 millimeter bolts that are on the sides right here. Once it's all bolted in, we're gonna go ahead and start replacing the panel pieces. So I'm gonna start with this, aligning the push points, and then I'm gonna push it into place. Then I need to go get the 10 millimeter bolt that's hidden down here and put it back. Now I'm going to replace this body panel right here, just making sure I line all of the clips. So now you want to go ahead and put this plastic liner back in, avoiding the harness. So I'm just going to go through like this. Now we're going to go ahead and replace the two 10mm bolts on the plastic liner. Now you're going to go ahead and put back in your push pin with the Phillips. And the last step we're going to be doing is putting back on the fender onto the body panel right here. And now you're going to be repeating all of those steps on the other side. I wasn't sure if I'd love the unique design at first, but they've really won me over. The light output is fantastic and the smoked look complements my Bronco perfectly. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like. It really helps our channel grow. I've linked these taillights down in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. And don't forget to subscribe for more Bronco DIY content. If you enjoyed this, you'll definitely want to watch our headlight video featuring another Sunpie upgrade. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.